Hello and welcome to this, the fourth and final in this series of webinars on the power of creating a marriage and relationship vision and action plan. I'm Jesse Johnson.
And I'm Melva Thomas Johnson. Thank you so much for joining us. In the last video, we guided you through a process for writing an individual marriage and relationship vision statement. In this video, we're going to guide you through a process. It's the part 2 of writing your marriage and relationship vision statement.
A joint vision statement for your relationship really represents your ideal relationship. You know, it combines, the best of who you are, as well as the things that are already working in your relationship and those things that you need help with when things are not going well.
So, here is how to write a vision statement. First, you start separately, you work separately, and you make your own individual list for the relationship. You start off with writing the sentence with a we. You use positive statements. They're short and they're descriptive. You start off with what's already working in your relationship that you want to continue, and then you add qualities that would make your relationship, your marriage, even more ideal.
Yep. Make sure that it is positive statements that you make. For example, that we work through differences of opinion effectively, as opposed to saying we don't argue, okay? Or that rather than saying we don't have debt, you would say, we successfully manage our funds.
So what happens is each statement is written like a goal statement, something that you achieve together.
So we'd like to share with you now the process for writing your joint statement, okay, the steps to follow. Similarly, like you did in writing your individual statements, you find some time when you can be alone and quiet and not disturbed, and you think some very seriously about what would be the most ideal relationship I could think of that we would like to have. And so you make individual lists. After you have done so, then you find a time where the two of you can come together and sit down and share your list with each other. You decide who goes first. So the first person will read their list. The second partner or person will have their list, and they'll do a check next to any item that their partner reads that is either the same or similar. After partner 1 has gone through their list, then partner 2 will then read their list, but reads only the items that were not checked, that were similar to those that their partner checked off. So they will read those items that are not checked. Then finally, the two of you will sit down and combine your list into one list. So you'll need to take a piece of paper and do that for this one final list. So that becomes the beginning of your joint statement.
Yeah, so since we have been referring to Ben and Ada throughout the other videos, we want to share with you an example of 4 of the statements that they wrote. Actually, they wrote 19, but just to share with you an example of their focus, we're going to read those 4 to you. The first one is, we are loving, understanding, respectful, and supportive of each other. And that means not just when things are going well, but also when they get into conflict and don't see eye to eye. So instead of reacting to each other, they're going to communicate to each other in a way that both of them feel respected and loved.
The second one they wrote was, our relationship is our priority, which means that they place a real value and real importance on the relationship, and that means in terms of the kind of time and resources that they devote to their relationship.
Yes. And the third one is, we are loving parents and raise happy, healthy children.
And the fourth one is, we continue to grow as individuals, a couple, and as a family. So this becomes the beginning of their vision statement, and Ada and Ben became so excited about the statement that they came up with that they decided to create a vision board, which is like we call pictured prayer. We have visual representation of pictures and so on that represented for them the kind of relationship that they were creating. And in addition to that, they also made an action plan, and they considered what they needed to do jointly as well as individually, the steps they needed to take, the actions they needed to engage in to fulfill their vision. This vision, therefore, and the action plan they had became their compass for giving them the direction and taking the steps they needed to take to make sure they manifested their vision.
Yeah, and one thing that they did was they put that pictured prayer in a prominent place where both of them could see it consistently. So they didn't necessarily always have to look at it together, but they did when they were doing a check-in each week to see how they were doing. Now, they wrote this vision statement over a year ago. They began the vision statement at our workshop. And then when they met with us privately, we helped them to go more in depth. So what is exciting for the two of us is, and for Ben and Ada, is that they have manifested 90% of what they have on the vision board in about a year. And the other great thing about it is their vision board, their vision statement is evolving as they grow into more of being the best people that they can be in the relationship.
And you'll know when it's working because you'll feel better about yourself as a person. You'll find yourself complimenting your partner more, and there'll just be a lot more peace and harmony and joy in your household. So you'll know this working.
Yeah. So this concludes the process of writing the joint marriage and relationship vision statement. It also concludes our 4-part video webinar series. So in summary, just want to go over what it is that we focused on for the 4 videos. The first video, we focused on what a vision statement is. The second video, we focused on why the vision statement is so important, because the reason why it's important is what makes it so powerful. The third video, we focused on how to write an individual vision statement for how you intend to show up in your marriage, in relationship, in a way that you are the best that you can be as a human being. And then this fourth video, we focused on how to write a joint vision statement so the two of you could have a focus for the way that you want to navigate your life together as a couple. So we hope, in conclusion, that what we have shared with you has been informative and inspiring. I mean, we really take great pleasure in sharing this kind of information to you. We do free webinars monthly, once a month, and to get more information about that, feel free to go to our website, www.mfgmarriage.com. MFG stands for Mining for Goal, marriage.com.
So, I'm Jesse Johnson.
And I'm Melva Thomas Johnson, signing off for now.
Have a wonderful, productive, happy, fun-filled, and awesome day. Thank you.